Welcome back, everyone. Half after 10-minute break time, you have more energy now. Ladies and gentlemen, with COVID, digitalization is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. Given the outbreak's surf impact, we may see permanent shift in business attitudes and behavior toward digitalizing. Let's find out with me how Grab enables to digitize fast, stay competitive, and enhance resilience in the market. Now, I would like to sincerely invite Mrs. Nguyễn Thanh Anh, Head of Country Marketing Grab Vietnam, and Mrs. Huyền Đoan, Head of Grab as Vietnam, to deliver their presentation with the topic, Take or Good, Leave No One Behind. And please welcome them.
Xin chào, greetings from Grab. We are here today with Thanh Anh. I'm the Head of Country Marketing for Grab Vietnam, and my partner is Chị Huyền.
Hello everyone, my name is Huyền, Head of Grab App for Vietnam.
And our topic for today is about tech for good. We want to leave no one behind. And the fact that we are holding a virtual event is an example of how much COVID-19 has changed the way we live and work. To say nothing about millions of lives and livelihoods that have been impacted for the first time in years and probably more than a decade. As you can see in the picture, roads have cleared in Ho Chi Minh City, one of the most congested cities in the region. As people stay at home, business that rely footfall have been badly hit. At the same time, more people are going online to get what they want. And as the crisis unfolded, several trends emerged that make clear to us the role we had to play as a business to serve the community. Because COVID has had such an extraordinary impact on our community and on our business. And the focus of today's sharing is on how we have responded and on the unity and the resilience of our community in these trying times. Firstly, the pandemic has shown us that technology is critical. Deliveries become a new essential services as people rely on online platforms to order food, groceries, and other essential items. As demand for deliveries went up, opportunities were created to have people who lost income during COVID and continue to earn a living. Since COVID started, we have seen increasing number of people who join Grab as driver partner during the crisis to sustain their livelihood. And the flexibility of tech platform also meant that as our transport business took a hit and our driver partners saw ride demand drop, we were able to shift over to delivery so they can continue to earn an income. And our delivery partners play an important role as essential frontliners, stepping up to deliver essential services while cities were under lockdown. But as everyday entrepreneurs whose earnings are dependent on the health of the wider economy, many of them saw the incomes drop significantly, which is why we committed to have relief initiative to help cushion some of the impacts of the pandemic. This went into things like financial aid for own drivers who got COVID-19 or had to be quarantined, insurance cover, and the distribution of food and other aid packages. Lastly, with millions of people depending on Grab every day to make a living, to get food, order grocery and other supplies, we had to take immediate action to keep our community safe. And in this challenging period, we also see digitalization becoming an urgent priority. Small and traditional businesses like local food merchants, wet markets, and family grocery are the backbone of the economies across Southeast Asia and Vietnam in particular. They have been hit hard by COVID, and those that had online presence had a lifeline to continue earning some revenue, but many do not. And the heightened awareness around hygiene and sanitation will likely to be the most permanent change that arises from COVID-19 pandemic. Consumers are likely to remain cautious about venturing out even the lockdowns end, and when they do, they will seek to reduce their risk of exposure to infection. And they will likely prioritize food and beverage outlets that have stringent hygiene standards and may opt for modes of transportation that are perceived to lower the risk of exposure. Working from home is here no longer a trend, right? And now a structure and encouraged practice, with many companies envisioning more of their workforce working from home flexibly. This means that people will likely to continue to rely on digital channels to consume services, entertainment, and telework. Demand for digital services and delivery will remain elevated, which means that more businesses will come to digital first, and those that are not online will need to digitalize to survive. Yet, this is where we see the gap. SMBs make up a majority of all business establishment and more than half of the total employment in Vietnam. However, less than half of them have an online presence. Pandemic accelerated change, and the acceleration towards digitalization is a good thing. But in Vietnam, which has always struggled with the digital divide, the risk is that unless actively addressed, some will fall further behind. And traditional and small businesses need to embrace technology to protect the bottom line. Digitalize or falling behind. At Grab, we have the commitment and agenda to digitize the least digital. Traditional and small businesses achieve higher productivity growth through digitalization, which has traditionally been a barrier due to perceived costs, lack of digital literacy, or the belief that existing operating model can sufficiently meet demand. But through our initiative, we enable these businesses to digitalize faster, thus helping them to grow revenue opportunities, stay competitive, and enhance the resilience in an increasingly digital reliant world. And also, what was really important in this period was working with local government to find ways and bring them online. And from beginning of this year, we started to make it easier for traditional wet markets to go online through GrabMart. Not only helping wet market keep pace with the digital transformation, and we also aim to encourage millennials to embrace and carry on the traditional value of Vietnam. There are wet markets from 10 key cities in Vietnam joining GrabMart. And it's also very encouraging to us that during the severe lockdown, we have seen significant uplifts in terms of sales from our wet market merchant on GrabMart, which helped them survive and thrive during tough times. While we extend our support to digitalize the least digital, we see that actually technology can break down even more limitations and bring digital benefit to even more people across the country and across the sectors. We are now expanding on this focus, working with AgroTrade under Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, AED, under Ministry of Planning and Investment, and ITPC VCA under Vietnam Corporate Alliance to connect rural entrepreneurs to the digital economy. After lychee, we are expanding to fresh produce, and this experiment is one of the many aims at finding sustainable solutions to help small and traditional business go online. And next would be traditional trade. Traditional trade channels still remain the domination in Vietnam. However, up to 98% of the retailers said that most of their turnover come from offline store, while only 2% are generated from online. And our next plan is to extend the digital transformation to those retailers, helping them pivot in the new normal. And we are very happy that we are not alone in this journey, but we have more brand partners to join hands. We're gonna have a campaign for family grocery, and that campaign is not only about raising awareness about the store going online, but also trigger the millennials to take action for the love of the local shops. And we want to bring alive the soul of the shop It's the owner, the entities, and the people that make the livelihood of the city but may get left behind. And finally, global crises such as COVID demand a whole of society response. And this pandemic has highlighted that public-private partnerships are incredibly important. And COVID-19 outbreak strained public infrastructure and created many novel challenges. Tapping on our reach and technology, we extended our support to government on multiple fronts as they continue to fight the pandemic. And we have eased the burden on healthcare systems through contact tracing, launching services like Grab car, medical fleets, and we leverage our delivery network to have distribute government aid to the driver partners and also to underprivileged households. And as mentioned above, have been to accelerate digitalization to traditional and offline businesses. But what I really want to point out as we wrap up this session of the presentation is that more incredible than what we did for the community is what the community did for each other. Vietnamese people are very generous and kind. And time to time again, we have seen this manifest through our platform, and we are encouraged by the driver for a Grab car who lost an income during lockdown, but still volunteered to ferry healthcare workers and COVID patients from hospital to go home. And it was amazing to see the appreciation from consumer had for the driver and delivery partners. And they also donated 40,000 meals to people in need during our Never Miss a Meal campaign. I think years and years on from this crisis, when we look back at how much fear, isolation, and uncertainty it has created, but we like to think that we will also remember how it united us and brought out the best traits in humanity. And that's for my section. Next is about how we can create an online to offline channels for partners to join hands with us and thrive together. And this will be taken care by Chị Huyền.
Cảm ơn Thanh Anh. Thank you, Thanh Anh, for the great sharing. I'm very happy to be here with you today to share on, what our Grab as a company can provide multiple support for our merchant, and especially on the, the digital side of it, on the advertising part, where we can help our merchant to maximize the reach and bring them bring for them the additional revenue. So what we can see here, Grab, we offer the online to offline channel for our partner, and from the in a one closed loop with precision marketing solution. So from the first impression to the last click in one checkable journey. And on the consumer journey experience, the platform allow brand or merchant to interact with our consumer based on the actionable insight, which is relevant to their need or behavior or their shopping habit, where we can collect it from our platform itself. And from the moment our users saw the ad, and that ad become a piece of content, and it's helpful for them and provide them the right services at the right time, right moment. And they can even follow or track the parcel or the food or the essential that they've been ordered at their door, on the way to their door, and in a cashless penetration or cashless fashion. Yeah. So the opportunity we can see here that Grab bringing for our partner by with the beauty of a strong integrated platform where it can address the essential need on a daily routine, and we can tap into various opportunity from brand awareness to engagement or trial via our Grab Food, or you take a ride on transport, you also have a chance to receive a sampling from our brand. And even on the purchasing decision on GrabMass, through our cashless payment with Mocha. And lastly, Grab can fulfill the last mile delivery by our Grab Express. That is only the beginning. The more you use the services, the more point redemption you will be getting through our reward or loyalty program. And we can feed you with the relevant information based on your behavior, or feed you with a promotion program where it, fit to your historical data or behavior through our retargeting technology. And you can see here by what kind of data we've been collecting inside our platform anonymously, and we're grouping it our audience segment based on only your behavior and powered by transactional data. So therefore, we can provide the ad to you, which is a piece of content again, at the right time, right context, right moment, at scale. And with our ad technology, which is built based, again, behavioral data and transactional data, and leveraging the demographic data, location, the level of spending, your interest, your cuisine type, your shopping habit, and all are, again, I wanted to re-emphasize it very strongly in Grab, strictly encrypted, strictly protected in order to make our user journey more meaningful and useful. Yeah, and here, leveraging the power of data that we've been, having and collecting and segment for more than, 100 audience segment, we can provide you a native experience. And it coming along with our native ad format across the user journey. From the moment you saw the banner ad in our home feed, when you access the app, where it can help our merchant to drive, additional reach or demand in the first place, and we can follow our user footprint through the power banner or pops up when you access to our Grab Food section. And once you made the order with Grab Food, or you order a trip through our Grab by Grab car, and you're waiting for our driver partner to deliver the order or pick you up, another ad will be showing up to you. We call it in Grab, we call food ad in transit or ad in transit. And that ad can become like a story to recommend you with another relevant services or promotion or product when it maps into your historical data, so that the ad become useful and meaningful for you. And when you are not actively on the app, we still can reach out to you through our inbox or the push notification.
Yeah.
And we also wanted to share with you a very, quick snapshot on how our ad look like, and also on how we can support our merchant, not just only within our ecosystem. We can also amplify that through our Grab fan page on Facebook and our partner on the other food review forum, so that it can help our merchant to drive incremental reach and additional sales and revenue. And from here, you can see that not just only, providing you the ad solution and provide you the scalable reach and additional sales revenue, we also provide you a reporting template, a very comprehensive one. And this template is being built across our South Asia country of Grab to meet with our partner merchants demand, our requirement. And here we provide you, our merchant, the dashboard with campaign insight, with the audience insight, and how our user experience the code redemption. And more than that, once you finish the campaign, we still can run either like brand survey for a certain certain merchant, or we can provide the brand survey to help our merchant understand the consumer behavior, their need and want, in order to shape or support our merchant to provide the right solution, menu, cuisine to meet to the need. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Chị Huyền. And that's also come to the end of our presentation. We hope everyone will stay safe and healthy during this tough time. And together we thrive to get the tech for good believe together with Grab. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. An and Ms. Huyền, for your presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, the next part is Market Report 2021 from Google and Group M.